about.
Well, hi everyone. It's Miss Jerica from Craighead County, Jonesboro Public Library, and this is Music Corner. And this month on Music Corner, we have the lovely Miss Rebekah.
Hey guys!
So, Miss Rebekah, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, so I work here at the library. You might have seen me. I do something very special called the School Age Quiz Show. But I also am a lover of all things music, and so I was so very honored when Miss Jerica asked me to play my instrument that I know how to play called a ukulele. And that's I'm going to teach Miss Jerica some things about the ukulele and the history of it and how to play it, which is kind of the most important part.
Yes. Okay, so let's first start with the history.
The history of the ukulele is actually really interesting. So a lot of you probably already know that it was the ukulele as we know it was invented in Hawaii, but there were some European settlers who came to Hawaii and they had a ukulele-like instrument, and the Hawaiians heard them playing it and heard the stringed instrument, and they were just fascinated by it. And so they created their own instrument that we know as today as the ukulele. Now, they called it ukulele because the ukulele actually means jumping fleas.
Wow.
And so they call it that because of the way that your fingers move across the instrument. And so they said it looked like jumping fleas, which I thought is really funny.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, to think that our fingers are jumping fleas. All right, now, Miss Rebekah, could you maybe teach me how to play the ukulele? Because I have no idea how to play this instrument.
Definitely. So one of the first things that's important that you need to know are the parts of the instrument that you're learning to play.
Right.
So I feel like the best way to start is at the top. So this is actually called the head of the ukulele, and down here are the tuners. Now it's very important that if you have your own ukulele that you need to do it with an adult present. So some people can do it by ear, you can do it with an app, but you need to have somebody who can help you tune it to make sure you do it correctly, or it might sound kind of off. So Ms. Jerica and I have already tuned our instruments, so we're going to go down. Now this is called the neck of the ukulele. And now, if you look really close, you will see each individual section, and these are called frets. Now, it's very important that you know about the frets because they're going to come on later when we learn the chords. You need to know which fret your fingers are going to be on. So we've got the first fret, second fret, third fret, and fourth fret. Next, we have the fun part, the strings. The strings are through there as we string through them. And then we're going to keep going down, and we've got the body of the ukulele. And last, we have the sound hole. Now, the hole is so very important because that's where the sound comes out. When we want to make sure that it's not covered when we're holding it, and I'll talk about that as we move on to how you hold it.
Awesome.
So, when you're holding the ukulele, you can kind of see that my hand automatically goes to the body. Remember, we learned the body of the ukulele. And so, Miss Jerica and I are sitting down, so it's kind of easy, but if you're standing up, what you're going to do is you would hold it in the corner of your elbow and cup it. Okay. And so that's how you would kind of hold it up. But since we're sitting down, we're going to rest it in our lap. And when you're resting, like Miss Jerica and I were not playing, we hold it in the curve of the ukulele. And so I can hold it like this to make sure it's secure. I'm not going to drop it. And that's how it goes.
That feels really natural, too.
It really is. Yeah, it feels natural just to like hold it like this. So next, this is very important. So when you're playing the ukulele, you don't play it like this. It's not like a guitar. You actually hold it at an angle, so it's pretty upright. And this is to make sure that the sound comes through. And so a good way to kind of test it is to kind of match it with your shoulder. Now that's pretty sharp, but it can be a little bit lower. But yeah, we want to make sure that it's pretty close to our shoulder. So we're holding it up against our chest. We're holding it down here, and we've got it at an angle. And so, have you got your ukulele? You got it all set?
I hope so.
I think so. Miss Jerica looks pretty good.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that looks great.
and we know the parts of the instrument, can you now teach us how to play?
I can, most
Great.
definitely. Okay, so you're going to have to bear with me because there's lots of parts to learning how to play an instrument. So the first thing that we're going to learn how to do is how to strum. So when you're strumming the instrument, you can either use your thumb, where you just bring it down across the strings, or you can use your pointer finger, just like that. Now, each string has a letter or a note assigned to it. So the fourth string, but it's actually at the top, is called G. So just pick that, and then C, E, A. And did you kind of hear how they were kind of different? So when you're learning to strum, it's important that you start, whichever finger that you're going to use, you start at the top and just slowly pick each string. Very good. Now you're thinking, Miss Rebekah, that was so simple, that was so easy. But it's very important to, when you're learning how to strum, to practice this, because you can go faster, and you can start to learn how to strum.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, do you want to try, Miss Jerica? Just going real slow and just...
And you're using your pointer finger,
I
right?
am using my pointer finger, but you can use your thumb. It's just whatever feels most comfortable.
I'm going to try with my thumb.
See how good that sounds? It sounds so smooth and steady.
Very relaxing.
Very good, Miss Jerica. Okay, now that we know how to strum, now we're going to learn how to, we're going to learn some chords. Is everybody ready? Okay, everybody take a deep breath. Because this is the exciting part. And now, this is also important that I need to mention.
Okay.
You might get a little frustrated because sometimes your fingers aren't going to move you the way you want them to. But it's okay. With anything, we take it nice and slow. That's all about ukulele playing is very soothing.
Yeah.
So it's not supposed to be stressful.
Great.
So first thing that you need to do is, okay, I want to see an open handshake, and we're going to take our thumb and put it to the neck of the ukulele. Now, Miss Jerica, is this the neck?
No.
Is this the neck?
No.
No, the neck is all the way up here. So we're going to put our thumb to the back of the ukulele, to the neck, and then we're going to make our 4 fingers into a kind of a claw shape as we're learning the chords, to kind of claw into these, remember our words for this? The frets.
Right.
So the first chord that I'm going to teach you is probably the most popular and probably the easiest. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the 3rd fret. So we're going to count it 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And we're going to push on the 1st string.
Okay.
Now, you have to push it with a specific finger. You have to push it with your ring finger.
Oh.
Now, as you're learning this and you're kind of new, your finger is going to start to hurt because you have to press down pretty hard. Because you want to hear it when I don't press, it doesn't sound as good. But so when I press down on it, you can really hear that C chord.
Let me try.
Very good! That was great!
Awesome.
Okay, so the C chord. Now, starting off easy, we're going to get a little bit harder. Now we're going to do 2 fingers. So for the F chord, you're going to press down real hard on the 1st fret, on the 2nd string, and then we're going to take our middle finger, right here, this long one, and we're going to press down on the 4th string. On the 4th string, on the 2nd fret. So let's play a little bit on the F chord. Does this look correct? That looks perfect, Miss Jerica. Very good. That sounded really good. And see, that's a little higher sound, a little softer. That's our F chord. Very good. Okay. Now we get a little tricky, but I know you guys can do it. Just stay with me. We're going to learn G7. So G7 is going to be in these 2 frets, and we're going to use these 3 fingers. We're going to use our pointer finger, our middle finger, and our ring finger. So what you're going to do is, just like the F chord, we're going to go into the 1st fret, and we're going to press on that 2nd string. Then we're going to take our ring finger, and we're going to push on the 2nd fret, the 1st string. So this is the bottom one. And then we're going to push on, we're going to take our middle finger and push on the 3rd string, right here. So find it. and we're still in the 2nd fret.
Okay.
So your fingers kind of make a triangle. So let me look, Miss Jerica. She's got it. 100%. Got that little triangle. And then let's play. Let's just strum a little. Very good. Doesn't that sound good? All right, so let's do a little practice. We're going to push the C chord, which is the 3rd fret, the 4th string.
Ring finger?
Yes, 3rd fret on, yes, with our ring finger.
Okay, great.
And then we're going to strum down. Just a little strum. Very good.
Awesome.
And then we're going to do the F chord, which is the 1st fret, the 2nd string with our pointer finger. And then it's the 2nd fret, the 4th string. And then not our pointer finger, our middle finger. Miss Rebekah was being silly. It's our middle finger. And then we strum down. And we're pressing really hard because we want to make sure it sounds right. And then we got that tricky trickster one, our triangle with our pointer finger in the 1st fret, our ring finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, 1st string, 2nd fret.
Yep.
And then we've got our middle finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So we've got our triangle. Yes, Miss Jerica, you've got it.
Like
yes,
that?
and we're going to put this finger up one fret.
Which one?
Yeah. So we're gonna put our middle finger, our pointer finger here,
That one.
our ring finger on the 2nd
Oh,
fret.
okay, and then
there we reach across.
triangle.
A triangle, yeah. There we
Great.
go. And then we're gonna strum a little bit there. Very good. And like I said, it's a little tricky, and it seems like your fingers will never make that shape. But I thought the same thing when I learned it. I was like, I'll never be able. My hand won't move that way. But as you practice and you take it slow, it becomes much more natural. All right, do you want to learn a song, Miss Jerica?
I do want to learn a song.
Yeah.
I might not be great at first, but I still want to learn.
That's okay. One thing that is important about learning an instrument are you're going to make mistakes. And that's okay because that teaches us how to learn how to play. And honestly, mistakes are kind of funny, Miss Jerica.
Okay. Well, that was great. Now, can you teach me a song?
I can most definitely teach you a song, Miss Jerica. So we're going to pick something kind of easy. You might have heard of it. It's called the Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Oh, of course I've heard of it.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to use those 3 chords that we learned. Do you remember the C chord, the F chord, and the G7 chord? Now, I'm going to be teaching Miss Jerica this song. Now, like we said, we're going to go slow and steady, and we're going to give ourselves plenty of time to make our fingers into those chord shapes, okay? So, the first chord that we're going to do is the Itsy Bitsy Spider Wet, and we're going to play the C chord. Now, the C chord is on the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Okay, so just strum a little bit with the C chord. Very good. And so we're going to sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider Wet. And then we're going to stop.
Okay.
And then we're going to switch. So we're going to make our tricky trickster G7 triangle shape. We take our pointer finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string. Pointer finger is on the 1st string, 2nd fret. And then the 3rd string, 2nd fret with our middle finger. And remember, it looks like a triangle. So we said the Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the waters. And then we stop. And then we switch back to our C chord.
Okay.
And then we say spout. Okay? We're going to go to the next line. Are you ready? Okay. Down came the rain and stop. And we're going to switch to the F chord, which is the 1st fret, 2nd string, and then the 2nd fret, 4th string. Okay. Got that pushed down with our pointer finger and our middle finger correspondingly. Ready? Okay, so we're going to say, down came the rain and washed the spider. And we go back to our C chord. Out came the sun and... Okay, now we're going to switch to our G7, our triangle. Very good, Miss Jerica's got it. Do you remember what it is? I bet you do. Okay, and it dried up all the... Can we stop? The rain What did I switch to? What chord is that?
The C?
It's the C chord,
Great.
that's right. The C chord. Okay, we're almost there. You guys are doing so good. We're gonna sing. And the itsy bitsy spider went. And we stop. We make our tricky G7 triangle. Jerica, you got it. You do.
Yay.
Went up the spout. And then we switch to our C chord again.
That was amazing.
That was so good.
Thank you.
Now we took that really slow, and if you're sitting there and you're frustrated and you're like, I'll never be able to do that quickly, I promise you, you will, because I thought the same thing. So I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna play it just a little faster, okay? So remember, we just got our strum, and we're gonna sing. We're gonna start with our C chord. The itsy bitsy spider went. We're gonna switch. G7. Up the water, C spout. Down came the rain and F washed the spider, C out. Out came the sun and G7 dried up all the sea rain. And the itsy bitsy spider, G7 up the spout of C again.
Wow, that was amazing, Miss Rebekah.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much for teaching me how to play the ukulele.
No
That was
problem.
so much fun.
Oh, I'm so glad. I had so much fun too.
So we do story times together, and I know when you do your story times, you end it with singing Skidamarink, and I know you know how to play it on the ukulele. So can we do that together?
I would love to do that with you, Miss
Oh,
Jerica.
great. I'm going to let you play it, and we'll just sing
Sing
together.
together? That's
Awesome.
great. All right, so I've got my ukulele held right. Okay, let's sing. Skidamarinky dinky dink, skidamarinky doo. I love you. Skidamarinky dinky dink, skidamarinky doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Skidamarinky dinky dink, skidamarinky doo. I love you, you and you and you.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe for even more content. Bye.